Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. Today we have two guest stars, Froggy with Froggywentaknitting and Daniel with the Paw Ply Guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So, actually, we'll probably do it pretty soon after I greet everyone that's come in. I'll give Froggy and Daniel both a chance to tell y'all more about things going on with their channels and about themselves in case there's anyone that's not familiar with them. And let's see, we have Nisi here and also Amanda. Hi, Amanda. It's so nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy my videos and my content and decide to check things out on my channel more. I like to have fun on my channel. And we also have the Paper Diva. And what's your first name, Paper Diva?
That would be Bevy.
Bevy. And how are you doing today? And we also got Bonnie. Hi, and Marie. And I love to crochet as Tank, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And Karen. And Jilly. And Helen. And Bryn Michelle. And Sharon. And Angela. And I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. And also Lena Design Rita and Marie.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Rita. Hi, Marie.
Hey, Marie.
Hi, everyone. And for those of y'all that aren't familiar with me, my name is Connie. And my channel, I do crochet and knitting. And I like to try to make things fun on my channel. I do things to try to bring the yarn community together. Like I'll do videos on everyone's finished projects. Like on the 25th, I'm going to be doing a fall themed video with that, where you can sit in like your home decor pictures, pumpkin carvings, you know, fall foliage type pictures, things like that. And I also do pet videos too. Um, and I designed some patterns, and I just recently released the crochet version of my alien beanie.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
And I have a giveaway going on for the pattern. And I think at the end of today's live, I may give away one of the patterns too for it.
Oh.
So expect towards the end a little giveaway for that pattern. But
Hi,
yeah,
Margaret. Hi, Miguel.
Thank you, Rita. I have your yarn here, Rita.
Oh, wonderful, Nisi. Hi, Teresa.
let's see, Miguel's here and Teresa. Hi, how are y'all doing today? And yes, if y'all aren't already subscribed to me, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And
Yes, please.
also, if y'all not subscribed to Froggy and Daniel, go check them out. Subscribe to them. Throw that yarn in their windows. So, Froggy, we're gonna start with you, and what would you like to share with everyone?
Well, I am the blind crocheting knitter, as most of them know. Daniel co-hosts with me on my lives. I am not doing much, doing yarn unboxings lately, which is a whole lot of fun. I've been enjoying that. Currently, my projects that I am working on, I am knitting a pair of gloves.
Ooh,
So I
I
am
haven't
knitting
knitted
that.
gloves yet.
I am knitting a pair of gloves currently, and I have a ball of yarn that I cannot wait to start knitting a hat out of.
Ooh, that's pretty.
This is Paw Ply yarns, and that leads you into
I never know what to say because
tell them who you are.
I'm Daniel. I dye yarn, as I hope everyone knows by now. I live in Scotland. At the moment, I'm working on. I'll show you. I'm working on little Christmas decorations at the moment.
They are
Ooh,
amazing.
I love Christmas.
Yeah, this is a little pouch, and then this is
Aw.
a school ball. So yeah, as you all know, I'm Froggy's co-host. Yeah, there's not much amount to say to myself about myself, to be honest.
Oh, and we're collecting Christmas ornaments. So anybody that wants to send them to Daniel and I, our addresses are in our about page. So if you hand make an ornament, we don't care if it's crocheted, knitted, paper pieced, hand sewn, whatever you're doing, you can send it to us in our to our addresses. If you can't send one to Daniel, you can send it to me. Make sure you put Daniel's name on the packaging so that I know it's for Daniel. And just send it to me. I have boxes going to Daniel on pretty much a regular basis, and I will forward it to Daniel for you.
I think I'm gonna start doing that too. With the Christmas decorations, the
Mhm.
ornaments. Because I see everyone's doing that. I'm like, huh, I think I'm gonna do that because I would love to have like a little piece of all my Yorny friends on my Christmas tree.
Yes.
That would just be so cool.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it. We thought it'd be cute, just so people can see their work on the trees that we've got behind us when we put them up.
That's the whole thing, is to let everyone see their work on our trees, and that way we have a part of all of our friends
Yeah.
that
I,
we can see.
I love that idea. I just think it's off. It's awesome. And let's see. Be yourself with Janice here. Hi, how are you doing today? But yeah, Daniel makes some beautiful yarn.
Thank you.
So, Bagger Day finally stopped stalking you.
No,
No, I'm working on an order for her right now, and
no.
it's a big one. So I'm pretty excited to see how fast this lot sells.
She loves you, Daniel.
She's great.
I
Crystal's
agree,
great.
Teresa.
Let's see. Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie. How are you
And
doing
Carrie,
today?
we love you, Carrie.
But yes, if anyone has any questions for either Froggy or Daniel, feel free to ask in the chat, and or even me if y'all have questions for me too. And let's see.
Oh yeah.
Marie says that Daniel's being all, he's so cute being shy and all. Aw.
I know.
I love Daniel's accent.
Everyone says that. I don't know why.
We know, Tank. Tank, we're making ornaments for her too, because Bagger Day is collecting ornaments for her tree as well.
Mhm.
And like
Yes.
I know like Ursula always says that she finds I have an accent. And it's kind of interesting to hear when others say that you have an accent. And let's see. Nisi says, you create patterns so well, Daniel. I purchased this teddy bear pattern and that I'll be making for Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking you're fabulous, Daniel. Oh yeah,
She
Froggy,
is.
didn't you recently design a pattern?
I have 2 patterns on my website. I have a hat and a cowl.
Awesome. So how do you like the world of designing?
I love it. I've been writing patterns for years. I've just never published them before. And I love doing it. I needed someone to help me because I can write them. It's not a problem, but I have a problem with formatting them. With the visual impairment, it's difficult for me to format them. And Daniel helps me to format them because I couldn't do that on my own with the visual impairment. And I actually found someone to help me format them. And
Awesome.
Daniel said, I'll format them for you. And I was like, what? You'll help me? Really? 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 So he helped me to format them. And now I'm able to publish the patterns, which is amazing. Yes, it's amazing. So you'll be seeing many more patterns coming out from me, and you'll see knitting patterns coming from me shortly.
Yeah, I'm going to be having a good bit of knitted beanies coming out
Awesome.
because I have the pumpkin plaid beanie that's
Oh, I
knitted.
can't wait.
That one of my testers finished it last night, so it's in the testing phase. I have
Nice.
a candy corn plaid beanie, and that one I still have to write it up.
That's awesome.
And I'm working on knitting up a ghost plaid beanie.
Wow.
So those are all patterns that's going to be coming, and then I'm probably going to start working on trying to do some Christmas designs for some knitted beanies.
That would be great.
So there's going to be a lot of beanies.
But they're
And
so fun to make.
if y'all can't tell, I like plaid.
I love the plaid. I enjoyed doing your plaid hat that I did. And I did mine obviously in purples, which you know.
I know
And I very much enjoyed it.
I loved your color choices on yours.
I very much enjoyed doing it. Now, obviously, I knit color work slower, being visually impaired, but I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
And I love color work. That's and it's like I wish I could find like more patterns like for beanies and with color work than what you find out there. But yeah, I love me some color work.
Hi, Nanine.
Let's see.
I
Yeah.
was inspired by Daniel's Pum Bear. That was fun to make. I enjoyed that.
let's let's see. Yes. I forgot to tell Deneen hi just now. Hi Deneen, how are you doing? And but yeah, Niecy's agreeing about the Christmas tree, the Yorny Friend Christmas tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, and I think it would be great if people do send their decorations, not just to us, but to Bag a Day as well.
Mhm.
Oh, please send it to Bag a Day. And if you get an opportunity, send them to Daniel and send them to me. I would absolutely be grateful. And yes, absolutely, Miss Jane. Yes, Jane, you should.
I think it would be great for people to see their work, not just gifts they give to other people, but on other YouTubers' podcasts as well.
Yes. It's a great way to use up your scrap yarn,
Mhm.
and it's a lot of fun. It really is. We're making some handmade ornaments as well, and you'll start seeing them pop up on people's trees. It's fun.
Yeah,
I enjoy
I know. Like for Christmas, I want to send like Christmas cards out to a lot of the content creators and all. I don't know. I may try to, especially if I have like a flat ornament, I may kind of like put it in with the Christmas cord to them.
Yeah.
I may do it like
That,
that.
that's a good idea because I look, I cheated, guys. I did buy some handmade ornaments just because they were cute. But things like this, even if you've got things like that, you can just chuck in a card, in a letter, and just chuck it in the post.
Which is a great idea.
And Nishi's saying that she wants to tell us how much she loves everyone.
We love
And she
Nisi.
and that's the thing. It's like the Yorny community is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like the support and the friendships.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is great.
And what keeps me sane.
It's just so awesome how we all come together like we do.
I agree.
Oh, and speaking of which, that's one thing I do want to mention. I now have my community tab, which
Yeah.
helps me get the word out more about things going on other people's channels. So, like, if y'all are fixing to hit like a milestone, where say you're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and you're like, 30 away or something, or 40 away, if you message me and let me know, I will put a shout out on my community tab. And on top of that, I also do my shout out videos on Thursdays, which I hadn't done in the last month, but I'm planning to get back started with those videos this week. But yeah, like stuff like that, milestones, if you have a giveaway going on, some type of celebration to do with your channel, any type of support you need for your channel that I can put on my community tab, just let me know and I'll do it.
That's awesome.
And I was so excited getting it. Because I don't know why YouTube makes everyone wait so long to get it. I don't know. I think when you have a channel, you should automatically have one. And Marie saying they are both real genuine people, and I feel blessed to call them friends away from YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Marie. Hey, Marie, this one's for you. She knows what that means. It's for Marie.
And Tank saying Crystal was saying she's doing a 12-foot tree this year. She will need more homemade ornaments. Yes, and I mean that area where she wants to put her tree,
It's
it's
beautiful.
just like, oh my. I mean, and that house is gorgeous, and that property.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just like.
And I'm gonna say now, I don't think she'll be short of Christmas decorations.
no,
I don't either.
I don't. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few now.
If people know her address, no doubt they'll be sending more than one decoration.
I agree.
Yeah. She won't be short this year.
I mean, it's just like how the high the high roof in that area. It's just gorgeous, and I love to see like when she gets it all decorated. That house is just going to be beautiful.
Did anybody see the recent video with her mother-in-law and the beautiful quilts?
I hadn't seen it yet. The last one I watched was one of her like thrift store type videos where she got that I think that painting and
yeah,
I think that's the last one. And let's see. Be Yourself with Jane wants to know, she's asking Froggy if she should make bracelets for Christmas.
Yes, Jane. You definitely need to make bracelets.
And Nisi saying, I will try to make some. I have so many projects going on right now, but I will try my best. I hear you. I'm in the same boat. And then sometimes I think I got more going on with projects than what I should have going on. Especially with crochet. I've been working on blankets, and I just feel like I'm not getting progress done.
Oh.
And of course, blankets take forever to make. And I'm trying to play catch up right now on my temperature blanket. And my kitties don't want me to catch up. And the last few days, I thought I would get more done on it. And the last 3 days, I've gotten not quite a row and a half done on my temperature blanket.
Do you know what? I'm a nightmare with blankets because I say I want to do them, I start them, and then I put them down and I don't pick them back up again.
Yeah.
But like yesterday, I was doing some crocheting, and then I have one cat that gets like more on the side of me, and later got like on my chest. The other cat was on the ottoman, laying on part of the temperature blanket. It's like my cats just want to snuggle lately, and that's one of them probably crying for me right now. Let's see. Denise says she challenged herself to make 100 kitchen scrubbies this week. Only 84 to go. Ooh,
wow. That's awesome, Denise.
That's one challenge.
And Isola's here. Hi, Isla. How are you today?
Isla.
Slur.
And let's see, Nancy's saying we could do a Yorny Christmas cord collab.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that's one thing I do want to do. Like if I get, people sending me Christmas cords, I do want to try to put them like in the background in my videos, hang them up.
Mine go, don't know if you can tell. Hang on. Mine go right there. That's my bulletin board. And they hang up there.
I haven't got room for mine, so all of mine go in a special box that I've got. And I keep them, and then I can read back at them when I feel like it.
Yeah, it's always nice, like when you get the little cords and stuff in the mail. It's just so sweet.
It is amazing. I save every one.
I still have all of mine. And Marie says, it's not cheating if your hands were involved and it's homemade.
It's true.
It's true.
Let's see. Oh, and Trudy's here. Hi. And Kaylina. Hi, y'all.
Hey.
How are y'all doing today?
I hope y'all are having a great day.
And Angela's here too. Angela's still working on her knitted socks.
Hey, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
And Marie says, yes, that was so cute that her in-laws were so comfortable engaging with us.
It was.
Oh, and we also have Vicky here too.
Hi, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky. Teresa says, so Daniel has a lot of nice scarves instead of blankets.
Pretty much.
I haven't really made any scarves either. I'm on a Christmas decoration binge at the moment.
And Tank's wanting you to say that word, Daniel.
Oh, no. I know what word they're talking about.
Oh, my.
Now I'm curious.
They want me to say yarn. That's what they want me to say.
Because of your accent?
Yep. Exactly it.
I remember whenever I was like in elementary school, like the younger grades, I had trouble with my speech. And like there were certain words I wouldn't quite pronounce right. And I would have like the other kids like say this, say that, because I wasn't saying it right.
Oh my.
Granted, though, a lot of that, but the thing is, when they were doing it, a lot of it was mean-spirited because they would laugh and make fun of me afterwards, which isn't cool.
That's not nice.
But I had the hardest time, especially with the S and TH sound.
Yeah.
And I know like Ors too, I had trouble with, but the Ors, I kind of like got out of that issue quicker. But the S and TH, that's why I stayed in speech class, I think till like the 6th grade.
Well, I mean, if it helped, that it was worth it. But kids shouldn't pick on you for it.
Yeah, and that's one thing. It's never cool to pick on others and make fun of others.
Never is.
And let's see. Trudy says she loves your hair, Froggy.
Thank you, Trudy.
I know. I think it's cool.
It's happy hair.
And Trudy wants to know what you were working on, Froggy and also Daniel.
I am knitting a pair of, they're mitts. What it is a pair of, I'm going to get to the end of this needle and I'm going to show you. It's a pair of fingerless mitts, but they're going to be what they call convertibles. What I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put it on my hand and show you. Here it is. Here it is. I'm going to knit up the thumb too, but I'm going to go up the fingers to the top of the pinky, and then I'm going to come back here and pick up stitches, and I'm going to make a cover flap that covers the fingers.
cool.
So it'll come off, and I can have fingerless mittens, or I can cover my fingers and have actual mittens. And there they are.
Awesome.
And I am
And
working on. Oh, sorry. Go on.
no, you can go ahead. I was just going to say, for people that want to know what the yarn is, this is actually Hobby Lobby's authentic hand dyed wool in Vivid. This is Flamingos in Flight.
I
Sorry,
was
Dan.
I was just about to ask you what type of yarn it was because it looks similar to the yarn that I'm working on with that the knitted shawl that I'm taking a break for the holidays on.
Yeah, it's a very vivid yarn. It's actually the close to the color of my hair, and I'm using the Hobby Lobby yarn because it's not that expensive. I got it with when it was 30% off, and
Yeah,
wanted to see what it looked like.
because it was the yarn bee, which I can't remember the color offhand, but it was yarn that I won in Tracy Nicole Fiber Orts giveaway.
Oh,
And
Okay, go
I'm,
ahead,
work-
Daniel.
I'm working on a Christmas decoration, so it will look like this. It'll be a pouch and have a little handle. So yeah, I'm working on one of those at the moment, and this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn in their Christmas sparkle.
Christmas is sparkle.
Yeah,
Yo,
yes,
I'm
indeed.
serious. I get excited. Like you mentioned sparkly yarn, it makes me excited. You mentioned Christmas yarn, it gets me excited. You mentioned them both together, and it's like woohoo!
woo! I agree.
I agree too.
And let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, Tank's excited that you said yarn.
Yeah, they love it when I say it.
Isla says she's working on a baby hat knit. Sounds impressive. I have started it 3 times. Oh, and that's the worst when you have to like restart projects, especially with knitting, because like it's so much easier to fix mistakes in crochet than knitting.
It is. It's much easier to fix crochet mistakes.
Let's see, Katrina's in the house. Hi, Katrina. How are
Hey,
you doing
Katrina.
today? And let's see. Nisi says Z has a speech disability. He was very delayed in speech due to his autism. He's come a long way. He was picked on at school when he lived when we I'm getting tongue tied. Sorry. He was picked on at school when we lived in Florida. Not so much anymore here in Montana, thankfully. I'm glad to hear he's not getting picked on as bad anymore.
Oh,
But yeah, and that's the thing because some people can just be so cruel, and it's
mhm.
really not necessary. And you know, sometimes I don't understand why people bring others down. We should really, we should try to all bring each other up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
And I don't understand why that happens. When it really shouldn't.
I agree.
And let's see. Kaylina loves your mittens, Froggy.
Oh, thank you.
And let's see. Trudy's saying that she sees that you knit with double pointed needles. That she's never knitted with circulars.
Yes, I have. I've knit with all of them. Circulars, double point straights. I'm doing it on double points because it's a smaller circumference and it's easier for me.
Yeah. When it comes to knitting, like I prefer circular needles. And then like when you get to where you can't no longer go on the circulars, then you transfer it to the double pointed. And like with hats, I never like having to sew up a seam. Like whenever people do the flat. Mm-mm. To me, it's so much easier doing it in the round.
It is. To me, it is.
Oh, Brenda's here.
Hey,
Hi,
Brenda.
Brenda. How are you doing today? Yeah, Cher saying always be kind. It costs nothing and means a lot. And
That's
really,
true.
and that's why people have so many issues, like with self confidence, and it's because people can be cruel, and we beat each other down, and it's like, if you don't want to get beat down, don't beat someone else down.
Yep.
Let's make the world a better place and a positive place.
Yeah.
Be the light. Like I always say at the end of my videos. And Teresa says, I always say, unless you're perfect, don't make judgments on others. Nobody's perfect. Exactly. And Trudy says she's knitted hats on double pointed needles. So Trudy, do you start off on double pointed needles, or do you just transfer them like at the end when you're doing the decreases? Yeah, I start off on circulars and then put them on double pointed on the decreases.
For me, it just depends. Some hats I've done on double points and some I've done in circulars. And some hats I've done top down and some I've done top up.
Oh, one thing too that I want to put out there, like for any content creators, if y'all ever want to come live with me on my lives, just let me know. Like send me an email and we'll arrange a time for you to come live. Because I love having different guest stars. I love getting to know, other content creators better. And, I love that the community can also get to know other content creators too. Because sometimes y'all discover a new channel that, y'all come to really love or make a new friend. And let's see. Linus Design Rita says, I'm trying out, at least I can never say that name of Nita's.
Chagu.
How you say it again?
Chow. Goo.
Chow Goose. Chow
Mm-hmm.
Goose. And I'll forget that next time. Watch.
That's okay.
Okay. Chow Goose mini twist needles to make socks with. It is possible, but learning new things is hard. Um, yeah, whenever I needed the size that I needed for my socks that I knitted, I got the Chai Goose for it. But like
I don't have any Chagus.
but I only have the 9-inch circular
Mm-hmm.
and then the 32-inch. I think it's like 2.25 millimeter. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, it's a really small one. But like my main knitting needles, my interchangeable circulars, those are knit picks. But yes, I always get excited when people knit socks for the first time
Yes.
because it wasn't that long ago I knitted my first pair. And socks are fun. And eventually I do want to do more with knitting different socks.
I don't knit, so.
Yeah, Daniel's our crocheter and yarn dyer. And Trudy says my adopted son was told by friends he needs to go to a special needs school. And that's the thing. It's like just be kind. That's all I can really say. Linnea is here. Linnea is here. Hi, Linnea. How are you today?
Hi, Linnea.
And Trudy says he can't understand between the lines. I think he is borderline autistic.
It's okay.
And Brenda says, I'm doing okay. I finished up a couple of years old amigurumi projects that were sitting around. Oh, awesome. And Marie says, I always say we all should build everyone up, but if you need to beat someone down, feel free to visit my ex-husband.
Marie.
Okay, Isla has a question. She wants to know what is our favorite DPN composition and size. I like my bamboo size 10.
Oh, I prefer metal ones. And my favorite pair is a set of Addy Flexi Flips, and a size 2.75 is my favorite pair, and I make socks out of those. This is a pair of 3.75s, and I don't even remember what brand they are. I've had them for so many years, and they are metal. But my favorites are a set of Addies, and I like the 3.75, the 2.75. That's for working with fingering weight yarn and working with DK weight yarn. And they're my favorites.
And for me, I like the metal too. Um, and my favorite size needle is usually like 4.5, 5.0. That's what I tend to use the most often and most comfortable with. Um, like I said, my interchangeable set, the ones I use the most is knit picks.
Well, for my interchangeables, I use my Haya Sharps because I love the Haya Sharps. I have a set of Addies and I have a set of knit picks, and I like them both. My first set was knit picks, I won't lie. My second set was the Addies. My third set was the Hayas, and my Haya Sharps are my favorites, obviously. But Flexi Flips are my favorite needles to use. They it's needle with a very short cord and a needle, and you only need 3 needles to knit in the round, which is pretty amazing.
Cool.
That's why they're my favorites. But I only have one set of them. I've never bought any other sets.
And
But I
don't
like
do
a
like,
really
oh,
slick
sorry.
needle. I like a really slick needle when I knit.
And don't do like I did for my first set of circular needles. I bought like the absolute cheapest I could find from China. And like, when I would be knitting, they would start splitting, like where the cable connects to the needle, it would start like splitting. So, you got to invest in a decent pair. And I typically find like knit picks is
They're really good.
probably about your cheapest decent, set you're gonna get. And I think like Knitter's Pride is about the same price.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like don't skimp with knitting, especially the circular knitting needles. Do not skimp.
No, don't skimp on your needles. And honestly, I think the knit pick set is a great set to use. I used them for a long time before I bought another set.
And Daniel don't have anything to contribute since he's not a knitter.
Nope.
Daniel
I'm
knows how to knit. He does, because he learned many, many years ago.
okay.
He chooses not to knit.
I was gonna say we could teach him how to knit.
No,
Get him knitting.
he chooses not to, so he needs to clarify that.
I can kind of knit. What turns out when I decide to knit is a different story.
And his husband is a very prolific knitter. His husband knits beautifully.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like some people out there. I mean, they do gorgeous knitting. Like
That would be his husband.
And Gina with knitting Turnpike is one.
Yes.
She she does so much with the lace.
Yeah, now that's something I don't like to work with is lace, but Gina does beautiful lace work. I mean, she works with beg pardon. She does beautiful work with lace yarns, and it's gorgeous. And I'm not big on lace yarn. Now, I like to knit with fingering weight and DK weight. I'm not big on knitting with bulky weight yarn.
See, my comfort, I'm the most comfortable with like 4 weighted yarn with knitting.
Really?
I
Hmm.
mean, I have started doing the number 1 weighted because I did my first pair of knitted socks, and then my shawl that's on pause right now. That one's using the number 1 weighted, and that's the first time doing a shawl with that type of weighted yarn.
Yeah, I like to knit with fingering weight, sport weight, and DK weight, which is hard to believe. Have I? Yeah, I have knit with, you know, your worsted and your bulky, but I'm not as crazy over the bulky weight. I can do the worsted weight with no problem. I just prefer the smaller weight yarns to knit with.
But like for me, like see, I've been knitting. May had made 2 years, so I guess it's been about 2.5 years now that I've been knitting. And then with crochet, I just made 1 year that I've been crocheting.
I've been crocheting since 1975, and I've been knitting since 2005.
That was the year I was born, 35.
Well, I have been knitting for a long time and
So,
crocheting for a very long time.
so how long have you been crocheting, Daniel?
I've been crocheting around 6 years. I started crocheting just before I got married to my husband. So probably around 6 years, 5, 6 years.
Awesome. And let's see, we have some new people in the chat. Lisa the Grammy, Sarah, and Lauren. Hi, how are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? Um, and yes, if y'all are new to my channel, I hope y'all decide to go check my channel out, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I hope, like I said, I hope y'all enjoy my content. And let's see, I think it was Trudy said she had to go.
Bye, Trudy.
Bye, Trudy. Have a good day.
Bye, Trudy.
Oh, and one thing too that I want to mention, I now have merch store.
Awesome.
Yes. Some of my stuff has my Just Another Stitch logo on it. Um, and then Lisa with Coping with Yarn's daughter Hannah designed an alien graphic, and I use that graphic on some tumblers and like coffee mug, um, and then like one of those little zipper pouches.
Oh, that's cool.
And Teensy's working on a design too for me to put on some merch. But
That's cool.
like the alien, I wish I could, I wish like I could have gotten put it on some of the clothing, like the shirts and stuff. But it starts to get like grainy looking, and it's like too small. If you enlarge it, the website won't accept the picture. So, but yeah, I have some cool merch coming out, and y'all know I love my aliens. And Trudy saying I knit the whole hat on DPNs. I only started seeing the circular needle since I started watching YouTube a year ago. We are behind in South Africa.
Oh, Trudy.
But like I know like whenever I tried to knit my first pair of socks, I tried sorting them on double pointed needles. It was awkward. It was like I couldn't get it. The circular method was a lot easier for me.
And yet I did DPNs first.
It's funny how like the differences that we all have. What one finds easier, another finds. Oh,
Hmm.
oops! I think I went. I went. An alien abducted me for a second there. That's what I call it whenever the screen goes black. It's an alien abduction. And let's see. Brenda says, I like my vintage metal DPN, Susan Bates and Boyle, that I found at a thrift store. Haven't tried other brands yet.
Awesome.
Yeah, you never know what you'll find at like thrift stores and stuff. I love thrift stores, yard sales. And Brenda says,
Take care,
oh,
Linnea.
I forgot
Linnea's
to add
sleeping.
metal and 4.5 millimeter. And let's see.
Hi, Inga.
Hi, Inga. How are you doing today?
Hi,
Okay.
Inga.
And Lena's Designs wants to know what is our favorite hook size to use.
A
Oh,
furled 6 millimeter.
how about you, Daniel?
I prefer the 5s and up. I don't mind a 4, but I prefer 4.55. Yeah, they're my favourite.
Yeah, I prefer the 5 millimeter. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
And Kaylina says, I really enjoy metal knitting needles. I like any size that fits the yarn and projects. Linnea says, I rarely use DPNs for anything but flat, small jewelry or bookmarks. I prefer to use my Knitter's Pride Corbants and see, I told you I'd forget how to say it.
Chowgu. Chowgu.
Chowgu. Interchangeable sets. I can never remember how to say it. Okay, and Brenda says, I really like my Chowgu interchangeable set that have short tips, but I found that they are just a bit too pointy for a funky yarn I was trying to use. Now I'm reconsidering less pointy tips. Yeah, and a lot of it is a personal preference too.
It is.
Lauren says she likes Knit Pro Zing knitting needles, aluminum, although I also like the Symphony and they are wooden.
Hmm.
Isla says, I guess I don't like either slick hooks or needles. I lose a lot of stitches with them. Yeah, yes, and that's one thing with knitting. They usually recommend that you store it with bamboo because of that. Because the aluminum needles are slicker, where it's easier for the stitches to slide off. And you really got to get comfortable with how to avoid slip stitches. And and it just takes time to like learn how to like hold your needles and your yarn. Where you start to learn and like use end caps when you put things down. And another thing too, I tend to like push push the stitches further back on the needles so they're not like sitting right at the tip. Because if it's like right at the tip, and say like that end cap pops off or something,
Hmm.
those stitches can just boom, they're off. But yeah, slip stitches is the evil to knitting.
Yeah.
Okay, and Linnea says, I also love my Haya shorts, nice pointy tips for avoiding splitty yarns.
Yes.
And Angela says, my favorite knitting needles are my
Chowgu.
Chowgu twist red lace set. And most people do say that the Chowgu is their favorites,
A lot of people do.
but they're pricier. Oh, and I think Isla had yeah. No, no, I think Isla is still here. I saw someone saying bye to East. Oh, I get it now. Trudy had left,
And
and
Linnea
okay.
left. Bye, Linnea.
And Linnea says 58 years crocheting and knitting, 58 years crocheting and knitting, 48 years. Oh, and Donna's here. Hi, Donna. How are you doing today?
Hi,
I
Donna.
don't.
Teresa says Froggy's been crocheting longer than she's been alive.
Yeah.
Sharon's still working on her reversible blanket. Ooh, and Rita, is your name Lina or Rita? I'm not
It's
sure.
Rita.
It is Rita. Okay. She wants to know if Daniel got married in 2015.
2016, Rita.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And let's see. Sarah says, I'm doing good. Just had king prawn jambalaya. Ooh, yeah, jambalaya is good. And now she's working on a crocheting a mosaic cushion.
Nice.
I love me some jambalaya. And right now in Louisiana, it's gumbo season.
Yes,
Oh,
it
I
is.
could do with some gumbo. Mm.
Love gumbo.
Linnea says, I need a logo. Anyone crafty that way? Definitely a paid request, not asking for free work. I
I
found,
suggest crocheting cocktails with cocoa.
and I purchased mine off of Etsy. That's how I found mine. And Marie says, I've been crocheting for 53 years, knitting well. I ain't got time for that.
Marie.
Yes. And Nisi had dropped Daniel's link and Froggy's link.
Thank you,
So
Nisi.
Thank you,
yes,
Nisi.
if y'all haven't checked their channels out, do so. They're awesome. They're awesome sauce. Okay. Okay. Bye, Linnea. I hope you have a good day. Oh, and Nisi's also saying God's Girl Creation does logos too, or
Oh,
tools
okay.
said. Marie says, my grandma taught me when I was 5.
Yep,
Awesome.
mine too.
Isla says, isn't it funny that crochet is chunky and knitting is fine? I like thread crochet. Do you all think crochet is faster?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm kind of mixed. It kind of is, but I'm more comfortable with knitting. So sometimes I think I probably actually do knit faster than I crochet. But but it is kind of funny because with knitting kind of like people tend to use like the really good yarns more with knitting than crochet, especially like whenever people do like the lace work.
If you're making a hat, let's say you're making a hat out of worsted weight yarn and a beanie, and if you knit the beanie and then you crochet a beanie out of worsted weight yarn, the crochet uses more yarn and it's much quicker than the knitted beanie, which uses less yarn and takes longer.
Hmm.
But it's just in your aesthetic and what you prefer and what you want to do. They're both great hats. They really are. I do both. I work on both. I have no problem doing both. It's just the nature of what you're doing. Knitting can be replicated by machine, crochet cannot. So you just have to pick your poison, choose what you want to do.
Yeah, crochet takes more yarn than knitting. That's so true.
It does.
And let's see, we have Melissa here and Sam. How are y'all?
Hey,
Oh,
Melissa.
and Celestial's here too. How are y'all doing today?
Hey, Rogue.
And Tank says maybe she'll make a gumbo today.
Ooh, Tank, I'm coming over.
Yeah. Me too. Great. We had roast yesterday.
Oh, the roast is my favorite food.
Backbeat Rhythms here. Hi, how are you today?
Hey, Backbeat.
Hi.
And Sarah says, I started knitting 45 years ago and have only been crocheting in 3 years, and it's now my first love.
We love crochet, don't we?
I love both. And Teresa says she's been knitting for 36 years and crocheting for 24 years. I love them both.
Yep.
And Lauren says, I've only been crocheting for 10 months and knitting for a few, but I'm plugging along. Yeah, and just keep challenging yourself. That's really the best way to learn. Oh, and Sarah wants to see your t-shirt, and she loves your hair, Froggy.
Oh, it's a naughty shirt. It says, I feel like death.
Cute.
It's not as naughty as some of our other ones.
That's true. I have more naughty ones. This one's not as naughty. But thank you for the hair compliment.
And Rogue says that's why I stick to knitting. And Rita says I've been knitting for 46 years and crocheting since 1995.
Awesome.
Brenda says I also learned to crochet from a grandmother at a young age, but thanks to folks like you all here on YouTube, I've learned even more, including how to knit several years ago.
Wonderful.
And Tank says shrimp, sausage, and chicken. Okay, I'm on my way, Tank.
You're making me hungry right now.
That is the best kind.
And Backbeat Rhythm says I self-taught myself crochet 2 years ago, and I use a knitting machine. Awesome.
Yay.
Rita says I learned to knit from mom, took classes to learn crocheting.
Awesome.
And Tank says I've been crocheting for 48 years.
Wonderful, Tank.
And let's see. Actually, she said Tank says it's been crocheting for 54 years.
No, Tank, you're slipping up on your math there.
And Backbeat Rhythm says I might have to take a blanket apart. It's discontinued yarn, and I cannot find any more of it there. So may make it into something new. And that's one thing that I may be experiencing on my temperature blanket, because for one of the temperature ranges, I use the big twist yarn in slate blue, and I don't see the slate blue on their website anymore. So I don't know if they discontinued that color or what's going on.
If I was
And
to do a temperature blanket, my blanket would be all blue.
my temperature blanket is blue. It's different shades of blue, but I don't know. I may end up, if whenever I have temperatures of that range, I may have to use a different color if I can't find that yarn. So I don't know. I don't like doing that, but I wish I knew, if they discontinued it. Not even like Google trying to see if I could find it like elsewhere, like like eBay or something.
Yeah, I would check.
But I didn't. I didn't pull up any in the search I did the last time I searched. And let's see. Lisa says I'm boxing up the cotton bod summer rectangle shawl, king size blanket to mail to my son's friend in Hawaii. I put it into a vacuum sealed bag so it fits into a USPS medium flat rate box.
That's
Awesome.
awesome, Lisa.
Okay, bye. Bye, Marie. Have a good day.
Love you, Marie.
Bye, Marie.
We're fixing to do a drawing for the crochet version of the alien beanie pattern in a little bit once I catch up on the comments, and then we'll be wrapping things up. Rogue says that they're recovering from having 2 teeth pulled and have stitches. Ooh, ouch.
Oh, Rogue. Prayers, hon.
Teresa says my favorite shirt that's naughty says I'd get smart with you, but how would you know?
Teresa, I need that shirt. Just saying.
And Backbeat Rhythm says my grandmother taught me when I was little, but then I put it down when I served in the military. And she said don't let anyone tell you men don't crochet. They do.
They do. Men crochet and knit.
And Tank says my mind is slipping. I was 6 when my grandmother taught me. I'll be 60 in March. Oh my.
Oh my dang.
And Laura says I'm an adventurous crocheter, but not so much the knitting. My issue is there are too many stitches to mess up.
Oh my. In knitting, there's just 2 stitches. Knit, purl.
But it's so. But I find the issue really is the slip stitches, because once that stitch slips down, sometimes it's not the easiest to fix it.
Knitting is easier to me than crochet ever was.
See, I found it was easier to learn to knit.
Yeah, knitting is easier.
I find knitting straightforward.
Yeah, knitting is very easy. Now, if you have to frog it back or pick up a stitch that falls off your needle, that's hard to fix. But knitting is easier than crocheting. So don't ever be intimidated by knitting. It's much easier than crocheting.
Because my issue with crochet learning was the end of the rows and starting the new row. And with knitting, it's like once you finish the stitches, you just turn it over and you start again.
Yeah.
There's none of this, chain 2, skip stitches.
Yep, it's very easy.
Okay, Tank. It was the Big Twist worsted yarn in slate blue.
Yep.
And Isla, would you buy discontinued yarn on eBay for triple the price you bought it for?
No.
Probably not. I mean, I'm willing to spend a little bit more if I really need a color to finish a project, but I really do not like I like trying to get something as cheap as possible.
I'd like to get everything cheap as possible, but if I need one more skein to finish a project, I would buy it.
It kind of depends on the situation.
But other than that, no. I may substitute.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If you can substitute, find a shade close to it that's not really noticeable, that's another thing.
But it also depends on the price. If you're looking at, anywhere from $6 to $15, I have no problem buying it. But if it's going to go above $20, I'm not buying it.
And Lauren wants to know if Daniel is in the UK.
I am in the UK, yes.
And Backbeat Rhythm says they still make blue slate Big Twist. I just got it online on Joann's. And I'm not, whenever I pull it up here, I don't see it.
It might be sold out at the moment.
Could be. I don't know. I mean, unless I'm overlooking. That'd be funny if I find out that I'm just overlooking it. That is right in front of my face. Backbeat Rhythm says the one I ran out of is Craft Smart Purple Fuchsia Ombre.
Oh, I don't have that.
Okay, and Nisi says I'm looking for some kid kits for age 9 to get for our son Z. I want to teach him. He loves yarn and actually made a doll in art class, y'all. I need to find it and take a picture of it.
Oh, that's awesome, Nisi.
And she says Dad is not happy with me wanting to teach him, but it's no different than tying knots in Scouts. Z loves to create things with his hands.
That's
Connie,
great.
Is it the Big Twist value?
Oh, for me, it was Big Twist worsted.
Big Twist value worsted. Yeah, it's not letting me, because it's on Joann's website, but it's not letting me.
I see all the other shades of blue, but
everybody's looking for you.
thanks, everyone. Okay, Therese. Oops. Okay, why isn't this coming up? Okay, Teresa says, I knit lefty and crochet righty. I think it helps keep them separate in my mind. And
It may.
I'm left-handed, but I crochet right-handed. And let's see. Yeah, Lauren says, it's fixing problems with knitting. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Like certain mistakes I can fix. Like whenever I drop a stitch and stuff. But there's times like especially if I'm doing like lace type work with knitting, that's when it's hard to fix mistakes. Because you got like, you yarn overs, you knit two togethers and all this stuff. And it just starts to get confusing. And that's usually when I end up, if I make a mistake, I end up frogging quite a few rows, which I need to start using a lifeline. I do, but I'm stubborn. Okay. Backbeat Rhythm says she found it. I don't. I am wondering if I use maybe a different zip code if I would find it.
You probably would, because Nisi has found it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Kind of skimming here. Oh, it's on sale too. That's sweet, Nisi. Okay. I'm guessing it must just be my area with the yarn. But let's get to the pattern giveaway for the live. Okay. Let's see. What word should I use for y'all?
Bye, Sarah. Bye, Isla.
Bye y'all, but I'm doing a giveaway if y'all have a few minutes. I don't want y'all to miss out if y'all interested in winning. Let's see. What word? Let's do I guess we could do spooky. Spooky. All lowercase. Spooky. Okay, let's start now. Type spooky in the chat if you want a chance to win the pattern. Gotta find my giveaway tool.
Yeah, no, I type spooky.
Did I hit the right thing? I don't think I hit the right thing. Oops. I try to pull up the giveaway tool. Okay. I type spooky, all lowercase. Give it a little longer. Okay, I still see some people typing. Okay, I'm going to give it 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, stop everyone. Okay, let me share my screen. We're all going in the basement. I think that's the one. Okay, let me make sure I have it up right. Okay, good. Okay, let's see how many entries. It's saying 14 entries. It seemed like there were more people. Maybe I'm wrong.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 14 I'm counting.
Okay, good. Okay. Hey, Andrea, how are you doing today? Okay, so let's see who the lucky winner will be. And the winner
Yay,
is
it's
Nisi.
Nisi.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
Woohoo!
Nisi.
You are the winner.
Awesome.
So what I need you to do, Nisi, is send me an email to just another stitch 2020 at gmail.com and make sure you put the 2020 in my email address. And it's scrolling down below on this screen, and it's also in the description box of all my videos. So send me an email so you can get your pattern. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
That's amazing.
And like I said, if y'all haven't checked out my pattern yet, go check it out. And I have a giveaway going on for the pattern for my alien beanie, the crochet version, on my channel. And content creators, there's also a portion of the giveaway for y'all. If y'all make a video, and also make sure to put the keyword that I mentioned in my giveaway video on that video, so that way I know that you made a video and I can keep track. Oh, by the way, hi Laura Lee. I didn't get to greet you yet, but yeah, and then y'all can get entered in a separate part of the giveaway. Or if any content creators could just make a video mentioning about my pattern and all in the giveaway, I would really appreciate that, even if y'all don't want to be entered for the giveaway. So, do y'all have anything y'all want to say before we wrap things up?
I'm glad everybody came. Thank you for having us.
Oh, I think someone asked me a question. Hang on.
Yep.
Daniel, I'm sure you have answered this a dozen times, but how is business? It's good, Laura Lee. Thank you. Doing great.
Yes, and I want to thank Froggy and Daniel both for coming live with me. And I just lost my train of thought. But yes, thank y'all for coming live with me, and I want to thank everyone for watching today's live. Those that will be watching on replay, thank y'all very much, and thanks for all the support everyone gives me for my channel. And let's see, tomorrow will be my Crochet Tuesday video, which I don't have that much I've gotten crocheted this past week, but we'll see what happens with that video. And also October 25th is when I'm going to be doing the fall theme video, where you can submit your pictures, anything fall Halloween related, decorations, pumpkins, fall, nature pictures, things like that. But yeah, get y'all pictures in for that video. And November 1st, I'll be doing another pet video. And then November 15th, I'll be doing another finished project video. So get y'all pictures in. And I hope everyone is having a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light, and bye, everyone.
Bye.